Now that you've seen the mini version of my presentation on the parts of a plant, let's talk about the design decisions. The essential overload principle states that too much complex information increases cognitive overload for learners, resulting in unsuccessful meaning making. I included elements from multiple principles studied in order to maximize the learning success for my students and decrease cognitive overload. The intention of this presentation was to provide pre-training for my students to build prior knowledge. After viewing this presentation during computer time, ideally, students would come back to the classroom with the knowledge of how a seed turns into a fruit-producing plant. Students were introduced to the way a plant starts, what a plant needs to grow, and the function of the roots of a plant. Had the presentation continued, students would have learned about the other parts of a plant, including the stem, the leaves, the blossoms, and the fruit. Slides are segmented in order to decrease cognitive overload. Students are also given the control of the pacing. They can replay the videos if needed, move on using the green arrows, and even check for understanding before moving on. Mayer's principles learned from other modules were also inserted to help students create a deeper understanding. The signaling principle was included in the videos. As my voice said the words, the pictures popped up on the screen. The spatial contiguity principle was shown when the word roots popped up next to the picture of the roots. The modality principle states that people learn better when viewing pictures and accompanying narration rather than pictures, on-screen text, and narration. I tried to keep that in mind when creating the presentation to decrease the load on the visual and auditory channels. All of the principles, when integrated, resulted in successful learning. Thank you for viewing my multimedia presentation on the parts of a plant.